Hello, welcome to my home. My name is Lisa, and this is my channel about cross stitch, where I yak on about anything that I've been creating. So sometimes there is some quilting or sewing or crafting or decorating, but I haven't been doing a whole lot of any of that. I did put a few little fall things out, and I'm hoping to finish that up today. So anyway, I'm hoping today, today is, let's get through the normal stuff. Today is September 13th, and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's kind of dreary here. Thus, it's not raining, but it looks like it could at any minute, which would be okay. Then I might not have to go out and mulch. We put Larry's windmill up a couple, maybe even 3 weeks ago now, I don't know. But we finally got around to doing some landscaping around it, put some hostas around there, and now I just have to mulch it and water them real good. So anyway, my thought was, oh, I'll really just try to impress Larry, and I'll do that while he's at work today. We'll see. I'm not raring to go yet, so maybe. I don't have any finishes this time to share with you, I'm sorry to say. The first week after my video last time, I think it's been like 3 weeks, I didn't really stitch for a week after the video. I don't know what happened there. And then we've just had some life stuff going on, so and I don't want to get into it because I don't want to cry yet, so I might mention it at the end, we'll see. But all in all, everything is going well, and we're getting through it. So normally stitching is the thing that perks me up, but I just didn't even feel like doing that, so we'll see. But there was a little bit of stitching. We had to make a trip up to Michigan to see Larry's friend. It's a lifelong friend for him, probably his best friend, I would have to say. And his cancer had come back, so we wanted to go up and see him. And so we were able to make the trip up. We went up on a Sunday and came home that night. So we spent a lot of time in the car. And so I did get some work done on this, which I know some of you are probably wondering if I will ever finish. But this is Summer at Hollyberry Farm by Stacy Nash. And I just love it. I don't know why I put it down when I do. Why do we do the things we do? I don't know. But anyway, I did get a lot of work done on the house. So I had done the roof and like the dormers, but I was able to get the windows put in and then all of the white on the house. And so now I'm at the point where I can do like the porch roof. So we're getting there. I had went to my L&S to get the color for the windows, and this is the color that they called for the windows, but since I didn't do the color that they called for anything else, it doesn't really look like the picture. But I think once I put the little window panes in it, it'll be good. So I'm really excited to get to the bunting. I think that's my favorite part of the whole piece. Bring on the bunting. And so while I went to my L&S, I was able to use the gift certificate that someone out there gave to me, which I want to say thanks again. So I went and I bought some fancy floss, and I bought some linen too, but I didn't bring that in here. We'll talk about it next time. But so I bought the window color for that one, and then I needed a darker green than the called for, because I had purchased the called for A Gentleman's Daughter. I had purchased, I think it's Nature Trail or something like that. Yeah, Nature Trail, for the lighter of the two greens, for like on the tree and in the grass. and Nature Trail just didn't show up on the linen that I chose. So I picked another one, which was kind of crazy color to me, but I thought, oh, when it gets down to one strand, I thought the two colors would look nice together. It's really getting blown out by my window and the light, but anyway. But as I was stitching it, I'm not real crazy about that color either. So I'm not going to tear this out because I got, wow, it's not that crazy of a green in person. But anyway, I got that little part of the tree done, and I got the green in the berry basket. And so it's more of a chartreuse green, like a green apple, right? So it's just a little bit too crazy for me, but I'm going to leave it in where I've already stitched it, and then I'm just going to be on the hunt for another green to go with the dark green so that I can continue on with that one. While I was there, I needed the brown, or the colors for the house, the cabin, on the Stacy Nash one that I've been working on. I didn't do any more with it. This is where I stand, but I was able to get two colors that I think will be nice for the house, the cabin. And I picked maple syrup and ragdoll. So thank you for whoever gave me the gift certificate that wanted to be anonymous. I appreciate you. Thank you. And so I'm kind of excited to work on that one. Haven't picked that one up yet. And then I did a little bit of work on Red House Sampler by Brenda Keys, Sampler Company. But I've never been crazy about that orangey red. And I was going to do a red house, but just not that red. And I had picked Red Currant. Oh, I'm sorry. These colors are not even. So I was going to do the red that's in this flower. I didn't like that red. So I decided to make my house a blue house. So mine will be the Red House Sampler with the blue house. But I picked Blackboard. And so I did a little bit in the house because I had already done a lot of the edging, the cream outline. And so I did a little bit on there. Let's see. And then, oh, I meant to get the picture of this one. This is a freebie on Pinterest, and it's the way I looked it up the other day. I just entered freebie Jane Eyre cross stitch design, and it came right up. So if you're curious to see how it's going to look in the end, you're welcome to do that. I'm picking my own colors, and so basically it has a couple alphabets, and then there's a house and a tree at the bottom, and it says Jane Eyre. Spoiler alert. So anyway, so I got a little bit done on that. I had only done O through I think, on this top layer, top band, I'm sorry. And so I went ahead and did quite a bit more the other day on a Sunday. I was unmotivated that day, and so I got quite a bit of stitching done. Sorry, I'm right by the dog door, so there's a lot of traffic going through. So anyway, I think that sums up my stitching for a 3-week period. Terrible. But it has been fun pulling out all of the fall stitching I had done previously and putting it around my house for the season. That has kind of motivated me to, you know, get moving. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some more stuff done. But we're crossing some projects off our list outside. And hopefully there's just not enough time or energy for all the things that go through my husband and I's mind on what we want to create, because he loves to create too. He likes to fabricate things and make things out there in his driveway and his garage, weld it, and anyway, and he likes to work with rocks. And so anyway, the pond, people have been asking me about how my pond's doing. We had a leak that was just a very small little drizzle, but over a week we had lost most of our water, and we couldn't figure out what was happening. We were hoping it was just evaporation because it had been so hot, but then it just kept going down and down and down, and so we were down to like almost, I don't know, maybe 3 inches of water. So that was discouraging. But we think we figured out where it was going, how it was getting out. The liner had gotten knocked down in a spot that we hadn't finished yet. I think maybe Sarah was running around, she always does up there, and might have knocked it down a little bit. So anyway, but it was just basically a drizzle, but it's up in the waterfall, so it was just a constant supply of water. So anyway, we think we have that figured out. We did a little bit more last night, so it's coming along. Like I said, and I don't know if I told you, this is like the 4th take. We put up his windmill. Yeah, I did. I think I did mention it. I'm talking about landscaping around it. Sorry, and I'm getting a haircut today, but my bangs are stupid. And so, anyway. I did want to thank people for all of their comments and condolences on the loss of my dog. So, yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks. So we went up to see Larry's buddy, which was such a blessing because the day before he was having a terrible day, and so the day we were there, it was a good day for him, and so they were able to talk and reminisce and laugh. And so then the next day I had to get back here because Marshall was having surgery. He had to have a tooth pulled and had to get neutered. We did a number on both ends for the poor guy. He's doing really well though, thankfully. And so then that was on Monday, and so on Tuesday I came home to check on him to make sure he was doing okay. I came home on my lunch break, and everybody was fine. And then I came home Tuesday night, and Larry says, well, I took them all for a little walk, and everybody was doing good, but now Molly won't eat, and she's just laying around. So when I went to bed, she was laying in the shower, and she just barely picked her head up to look at me when I came in to go to bed. And I just thought, well, maybe she had a seizure that we didn't see. Sometimes she'll go outside. And I thought, well, maybe that was what it was. And so then at like 1:30 in the morning, I went to go to the restroom, and she had moved out of the shower, which I was happy about. And she was laying where she normally lays by the bed. And but she didn't pick her head up when I walked past her. And then when I got into the bathroom, I saw that there was all kinds of blood in the shower. And so I hurried and looked, and here it was all coming from her butt. I'm sorry, I can't think of a nice word to say right now. Anyway, and when I was looking, she wasn't even picking her head up or anything. She was just laying there. So I woke Larry up, and we took her to the vet. And if that had been her only issue, we probably would have waited or had her seen by someone and found out what we could do. But she'd already been treated over and over for some of her digestive issues that they could never get a handle on, and tried to change her food, which she never would eat. And so we finally found a food that she was pretty comfortable with and had been doing okay, but her seizures, she was having so many of them anymore, to where it was like when even she was laying there, she would have like a twitch once in a while. And she had a growth on her leg. So I mean, we knew there was other issues, and we knew that even if we fixed this one, the other issues were probably worse. So anyway, we had her put to sleep that day. And so that was pretty tough. But I just couldn't see her suffering. And we've always said that as long as her quality of life was there, then we would just live with whatever issues she had. But once it started to affect, her comfort or whatever, then we would have to make some decisions. And so we felt we were there. So her best thing was always to be outside of the fence. She was the only dog that could run free, as she so loved to do. And that was the highlight of her day, whenever Larry would let her out and she could just walk around wherever she wanted. And so we buried her outside of the fence because we thought that would be where she would want to be. So Larry brought a piece of equipment home to dig the hole. And while we were doing it, it's right by our side street. And so it was the craziest thing, because Molly was a barker, and she would always bark at the Amazon truck, the mail delivery truck. That was where the highlights of her day, when she could run and chase them. And she would chase them, the whole length of our yard and then the whole way back. So she was a noisy dog. But boy, she just loved that. And it was the funniest thing. We actually had to laugh through our tears when we were burying her, because delivery trucks came at a time when they don't normally come by. Normally it's either earlier in the day or much later. And even our trash truck came while we were trying to bury her. And Larry just kind of looked at me and laughed. He says, I wonder if she's barking wherever she's at, But anyway, I didn't even mean to get into all of that. So it's been okay. And then Larry had an incident where he fell the other day. He was sick in his sleep and was running to the restroom and ran into the wall. Anyway, fell, and he kind of bruised himself up pretty good. So he's been kind of in pain. And then that same day, his best friend passed away. So it just seems like there's been a whole lot of sad stuff going on, but yet things that made you realize that there's a lot of people going through so much worse things, and I just need to just be happy with whatever day God blesses me with. And whatever comes down the pike, He's going to give us the strength to get through it. And but I can't spend my day that He's given me I don't even know how to say it, but I just got to enjoy every day. Make the best of it. None of us know how many we have. So I just pray that whatever you find to do today, that it'll bring you joy, and that whatever tough things you're going through, just know God's there and He'll help you. And thank you for stopping by. I wish I had more stitchy stuff to show you. Maybe next time. And I did find some cool things at the thrift store that I forgot to bring over, so I'll throw those in next time too. But I hope you all have a blessed day. And I'm going to try to put a few pictures at the end of some of the stuff that I've been bringing out to decorate with. And if not, I'll try to do a little tour afterwards. So y'all have a blessed day. Thank you for joining me. And thanks for your friendship. Bye. Thought I'd share with you a few little stitching things that I had. This is a Sabrosa pattern. Also have a little punch needle and primitive stitcher magazine pattern with a little pumpkin. I did Olga's Tart. I didn't do it exactly with the colors, and I might try to do it again because I don't like the colors I picked for my moon, but overall I just think it's really cute. And then I did a little bat drum. And then this was a cute little quilt I found at the thrift store years and years ago, but it's all made out of, I think, silks. There's no batting in it. It's actually, I have it folded in half, but isn't it pretty? I have my Midnight Watch by Blackbird Design. Then this here is by my Stitchy Spot. This is Grateful, Thankful, Blessed by Brenda Gervais. I just have it on a little easel, which I need to repair my magnets because they're not holding very good, so I have it propped up right now. I think that's so pretty. I have some of my fall quilts out. Some are mine, some are my mom's. This one was from a punch needle and primitive stitcher also. And then this little Altoids container was a Plum Street design. This little design is a Plum Street, Subsubrosa design. I have it sitting on top of a quilt that my mom had made. I have another one of those little punch needle pumpkins. Isn't this witch cute? I just found her the other day at the thrift store. She's like a little bobblehead. How cute is she? So anyhow, then I have one more area on my table. I just stacked some of my pumpkins that I made. And then have a pumpkin underneath the cloche. And then put a few little pumpkins out here too. Another little punch needle pumpkin. I need to make some more of those. Oh well, everybody, have a blessed day.